In this video, we're going to discuss the magnet function. The magnet function is found within the built-ins, the CP tab, and the Real FX folder. And to get this function to work, we actually need to go into our global primitives and use it on an RFX smoke. Now, when we drag this RFX smoke down, it just looks like a bunch of particles coming out. If you're not familiar with this particular plugin, there's another video on the site that you can watch to become familiar with it. In the meantime, what we need to do, though, is map some type of image to it. So I just have a couple of flares here that carry some alpha channels on it. I'm going to take one of these images, I'm going to drag it down onto our RFX smoke. Now, by default, the mapping is set to linear, and once we change it to vertex, it actually maps that image onto each individual particle, and it looks like a little bit more of a smoke function here. So I'm going to go back into my built-ins, into the CP tab in the Real FX folder, and I'm going to drag this magnet down onto our RFX smoke. And you can see once we do that, how it affects our RFX smoke. So these are the default settings. Our first setting here is the amount, which is set to 200. If we increase this up to 500, you kind of see a little bit what it does. And let's go back and scale this up a little bit. And we can rotate this around to see what exactly is happening. So it's not doing much. It's keeping all the particles into one little blob here. If we reset this back to 200, you can see how it changes this effect again. Now, if we decrease this amount, let's take it down to like 10, you can kind of see how it spreads this out a little bit. And now it's creating these particles in a downward motion. So let's reset our amount here to the default setting of 200. We also have a center X, a center Y, and a center Z. If I decrease my center X here, I can make it go towards the left, or if I increase the center X, we'll go up to a positive number, it will go to the right. And you can now see how it's kind of spinning this RFX smoke in a circle. And the center X is affecting that. We also can adjust the center Y. So as I adjust the center Y higher, it's going to, again, adjust the position or where this RFX smoke is flowing to. Again, there's a center X, so we can decrease that or increase it for a completely different look. So we can kind of direct where we want this flow of the particles to go by using the center X, the center Y, and the center Z. Let's reset these for a second. Now we also have another option here called power law, and when we increase the power law, you can see how it affects these particles again. It's kind of spitting out more of them now in different directions. So once you increase any one of these, again, you have your other settings that you can increase or decrease as well for a completely different look. There's also a minimum distance clamp. So if we increase this, we can actually clamp as how far we want the distances to go. We have it at 8.6 now. You can kind of see how the RFX smoke returns to this one little bundle here in the center of the screen. Now again, a lot of the settings in here are going to be affected about how you're actually setting up your RFX smoke. So even with the magnet plug-in on it, we could come back into our RFX smoke and increase other things like the speed, the rotation, the forces, the alpha, the color as well. So all of these different settings are going to have an effect on how your actual RFX smoke with the magnet come out.